What's going on, people? What's going on? Live in the Bully house. Got some of the pups out with us. We cleaning them up. They just got on their first food without mom. You know, they had some goat milk and some kibble, and they really love it. They ate the whole thing, well, about half of it, which is a lot. So I put up, I have big bowls. But anyway, you see the title. I wanted to do this live. I'm gonna try to wait till a few people get on because I want to do this live. I wanted to get, some people's opinion because my opinion is one thing, but I wanted to do this live to see, how everybody else in the community is thinking, But when we talk about the future of the American Bully breed, man, that is the reason I start this. Now, this is an example. This bully that I'm holding, he's small as a micro, as a pocket bully, for sure. His mom's 13 inches. He's definitely gonna be pocket size. He might be micro size. But the difference is he's built with the pit bull face, with a longer muzzle. But I breed for temperament. So he's bred with the temperament, the muscle, and the right muzzle. So we don't have no breathing problems. But he's that size. So when they started this, it was supposed to be to make a bulkier pit bull with better temperament. Because in the 80s, we all had pit bulls. And we love pit bulls. But they were attacking kids and different things like that. The insurance was going up on pit bulls. They were banning pit bulls in certain places. I don't know I think they might have banned the pit bull in Texas and stuff like that. But a lot of kids got attacked in the 80s and the 90s. So this was an attempt to make a better temperament with a bulkier pit bull. But somewhere along the way, we started wanting to do smaller and smaller. And to do that, you need the dwarfism gene. The only way to get that, what we thought, was through bulldogs and Frenchies and stuff like that. So once that was introduced into the breed, we got a whole different look, more muscle for sure. A lot of those exotics is incredibly muscle, but we gave up the muzzle length, and it made the breathing problems. And it's not too bad, but I'm just saying, when you're breeding, if you breed wrong, it can get bad real quick. But if you're doing it right, I'm not saying it's wrong, but I have 2 acres of land, so I needed a bully that can run around. And I could not find that when I was doing this. So the whole point of my kennel is I wanted to build a more athletic bully that didn't have any breathing problems, but was still pocket size, so I could go around, walk around in my, ride around the car with, go to the store with, have in the house. I still wanted a pocket size bully because Chucky is one of my favorite bullies of all time. He's exotic. But I didn't want the breathing problem. So when we made this litter with my dog Black Widow and Bo Jackson, a lot of people don't know, but Black Widow was the granddaughter of Gottlieb Dax. You go look at her paperwork, she's like three lines back from Dax. But she has that pit bull face on a 13-inch frame. So I'm keeping this whole litter, and I said this a couple of weeks ago that I'm keeping this whole litter because what I've done is made the small bully that we've been trying to get, but without the breathing problem. I made the small bully, but on the pit bull frame and not on the bulldog frame. What's up, bro? It's nice to kill in the building, man. I appreciate you hanging out, man. Hey. I got a lot of bully puppies up in here, man. They love to make some noise. But anyway, what I'm saying is I think, and another statement, guard strategies in the building. Guard strategies in the building. Get your taxes done, man. You need to holler at that, man. It's about that time. But another thing, what do you want to do, baby? You want to get up? We made it small enough without the breathing problem, and it wasn't built up like a bulldog base. It's built up from like a pit bull base. To me, that's what I think would be the more athletic bully, more healthy bully. Same, I got an athletic female. That's what I'm saying. I want to do this live because I want to know what everybody else is thinking. So I wanted a pocket-sized bully with the muscle, with the structure and everything, but without the breathing problem. Not to say that side is wrong. Like I said, I have an exotic. If you go to my channel, right? If you go to my page right now, it says home of the hard cut exotic and pocket bully. So I started this making hard cut exotics too. And we done that. But my exotics came out straight. the only reason they can call them exotic is because some of them had half tail like their parents. That's why they had to be called exotic. That's the first rule for me. If you ain't got no tail, you exotic. First, right off. That's one of them things though. But if you look at it, the XL bully just got banned in a whole country. A whole country said no more XL bullies, which to me is crazy. I don't understand it. How you gonna do it? It's like saying, that's like saying, okay, we okay with poodles, but toy poodles, they out of here. I mean, so now you gotta go around to everybody's house with a ruler and measure the poodle. That's what you're saying, because the XL bully, they didn't disqualify the whole breed. They disqualified a class of a breed. So that means they got to go around with a ruler and say, uh-oh, he's not over 21 inches. But he's... Hey. These two puppies here. Cut it out. These two puppies here, boy. Clean puppies. So anyway, if he's not over 21 inches, then he's not XL. So for them to make that law is kind of telling them what they're trying to do to the breed, I think. But the main problem came with the exotic is you have to be, you have to be responsible in the breed, and it got to making it smaller and smaller and more color, not caring too much about the health. And that's when I came in and said, I'm gonna do this a different way. What's the Capone, Dynastic Kennel? I'm not waiting for Black Boy, Little Domino. When I get old, yeah. That's my boy, Little Domino right here too. But what I'm doing here. You two better cut it out. They just back to the Nebraska, man. So this is really, this whole video is really in response to a guy left a comment and said, so you got some pit bull looking bully, so what? Because I left a video last week. I put out a video that said $750 stud fee for the next 2 years. And I meant that, and I didn't really think it'd be too much, but it got over 11,000 views, almost 12,000 views right now, and it's still running. And so the word is out on that. And I've done that because, like I said, I think I've got to a smaller bully with more muscle, with great structure that can breed. So I'll let you use my studs to do it. I'm trying to not only help the breed, I'm trying to save the breed now, is what I'm saying. What size was the litter I missed? This litter that I'm keeping is only 4, there's only 4 pups here. There was 6 altogether. One didn't make it at the vet. But the other one I had was one, he was about half the size of this pup. And the Petey Weestraw, he was small, super small. And the mother, one night, she got upset and I guess she stepped on her. So by the time I got out, I caught COVID the next day. So by the time I got out there, it was too late for him. He was too cold. And I just couldn't bring him, couldn't revive him back. But he was super small and he was fine. So I think we're gonna breed one more time with Bo and Black Widow. Bo Jackson is one of the most athletic bullies I ever known. I heard about this bully. They're about 2 hours away from me where Bo Jackson was at. That's when I went to get King Creed. They're about 2 hours away from me. I heard about this bully was jumping out of 5-foot fences. So I went up there to check it out, and I was going to get one of King Creed's sisters, and it just so happened that the person that put a deposit on King Creed didn't follow through, and King Creed was still there. So I wasn't even looking for a boy. I was looking for 5 females then. But I knew that dog was going to be straight, so I grabbed him. And a little while later, maybe a year or so later, the owners came back and let me have both. They said, we know what you was trying to do and you're doing it the right way. They started doing evangelist stuff, going around, with the tents and evangelism. So they started doing that, and it was on their mind to let me have them, so they let me have both. So now I end up with the most athletic bully I ever seen, with Gotti Dak's granddaughter, great granddaughter, whatever, 3 generations back on the pedigree, whatever you want to call it. So how do you clean up? How do you clean up Dax? You breathe away from him. So it's really no clean up. What's the name for Hall of Fame said that's a myth to say you clean it up, because the only way you clean it up is to breed. The people that got clean dogs from is bred away from them. So I guess this is proof. But these pups is 5 weeks old, and I normally go get their ears cropped at 6 weeks, and they still look 3 weeks old to me. A lot can happen in another week, but I don't know. So, a lot of people that are still in it are starting to come around to understanding how to actually breed. It started off where just the COVID time, the time of COVID was a boom for dog breeders. So a lot of people came in during that time, and they have a false sense of what breeding was. But it's because it's definitely not the same market now as it was then. But as far as talking about the future of the breed, I see just tons and tons and tons of bully breeders out there, and that's not for a reason. So we gotta make sure that this is not Ponzi scheme. Don't go for the Ponzi scheme type of deal, man. Well, this is so and so's son, and I sold him for $100,000, so you should be able to make $40,000. And then you go buy that dog trying to do that, and then all you did was help him better his numbers. It's a Ponzi scheme. Oh, did we lose connection? Hope we didn't lose connection. Did we lose connection? So I think the future of the breed, I can't say it's bad. I can't because I'm out here. how can I say it's bad? I can do it, by myself. I don't need to. So I can't say it's going down the drain, but it is looking a little suspect if we don't do it right. We gotta. It's a early in the breed's life. You know, these poodles and German shepherds is hundreds of year old breed. This just started in the 80s, so we got time, but we gotta be realistic about it. So I think it's gonna be okay, but we gotta do more. What you call that? More designated breeding. We got to know what we're breeding for a reason. We got to have. Man, I think I'm losing connection. I'm out here in the bully house, man. It's not made for broadcast. What is Capone's and Noster Kennels? What size you think Little Domino Black Bow gonna be? I don't. Look. This. I know for sure he gonna be pocket. But I'm starting to think they might be micros. They small. I mean the body side, and he just stay happy. I think I'm gonna call him happy. I'm gonna call him Trigger happy. This is the happiest puppy I've ever seen. He stayed tail wagging all the time. If he go to the show ring with this black, the muscle is gonna stand out more. And that's another thing. We got to get to the show ring. Before I can say what the future is, I had to go to the show ring and see how my bullies do. I don't know. I'm only really keen with ABKC, UKC, and the BRC. I haven't UBR. I haven't done with too many other people, but mostly ABKC. So I can't say one way or another how the other registries are in depth. But I can only say how I've been with mine, and it's been okay. You know, I can't brag about it. I can't complain about it. To me, it's been okay. But it's people like Terrell from Hall of Fame Bully said they ain't doing a good job at all, and I got to go with him. He one of the people that started the whole thing. So I think that having these bullies I got shows that you can get the dwarfism gene without the problem, the genetic problem, the genetic breathing problems, and the genetic bow-leggedness, all of that stuff that came from the bulldog or the French bulldog. That's another thing, the French bulldog. Don't get caught up on that hype either. Because right now you can go Google and look for French bulldogs, and you can find some French bulldogs $500 with all colors. So that shows you how you can oversaturate something. I mean, it was famous celebrities selling French bulldogs. Yeah, there are still some people making a lot of money with them, but I'm just saying, you can go right now and find French bulldogs. Hope I ain't losing. I'm losing signal a little bit. I'm jumping back and forth. But we got to be careful about what we're doing with the breeds, man. 14 inches. I'm just thinking he might sneak around and be 13 inches though. But he just stands out to me. He gonna stand out in the ring too. He just got a personality. Tail just constantly wagging. He's gonna be a happy looking pup at all times. So that's what I really want to do next year is go through and check out the ABKC ring and see how that looks. Then I can tell you what the future is, because some of the stuff that they doing now with the regulations, as far as how the back goes, now they got it where the back can have a little bit of a high rear to it. So it's different things that they doing in the regulations of the ABKC to adjust for the pit bull type bully and the bulldog type bully, the exotic and the regular, I'll call it. So some of those rules, you know, I don't know how it's going to do. So I want to take my bullies to the ring and see what it look like for the next year. But I can't say the future is bad for the breed. We just gotta become better breeders. Everybody become better breeders, more responsible breeders. and it'll work out. Well, we got a few people still got guard strategies on there. See, home kennels, the nostril kennels, man. You like a lot of my videos, man. I sure appreciate you put all the comments in. We appreciate y'all riding with us. We just hanging out in the bully house, man. If you ain't did it by now, you need to come on off the bench for the big win. Get you something hard cut. It's on.